The Ben Yaakovs are cunning, planned, thought out. When the brothers were selling Yosef into slavery, that was a big deal, because if any one of them talked, things would have gone very poorly over with their father. So they all had to come up with some sort of plan together of exactly what they were going to do, and make sure they were going to be able to consistently lie about it in the future without any holes. And they did that successfully. But it wasn't just the brothers that knew how to plan. Yosef has a plan too, right? So we see Yosef do all of these strange things. He doesn't tell his brothers who he is in the beginning. Here's machzer their kesef. He sticks the gvia back in. But what is Yosef's plan? On the one hand, I could say that we'll never know what Yosef's plan is, because in the end, when Yehuda says his bit, it just says that Yosef could not hold himself back anymore. So maybe there was a master plan, but he just couldn't hold himself back. Maybe. I'd like to suggest a possibility of what his plan was. His plan was the following. He knows how calculated his brothers were. All of his brothers decided that they were going to sell Yosef into slavery in the end. Okay, what would have happened if one of them said, you know what, I'm not so into this plan. This is what we call a weak link. With the weak links, you take them out. Right? So no one spoke up. No one spoke up to completely cancel the plan. To not kill him, that's one thing. But to cancel the plan, everyone is going to be consistent. Okay. Yosef HaTzadik wants to set up a situation. That same thing again. Like the Rambam says, in order to do exact tshuva, you have to say the chait, you have to do vidoy, and then for the full effect of the tshuva, you have to be in that same situation again. Yosef has to arrange the same situation all again. So what happens? Binyamin's at risk. And Yosef HaTzadik says, that's it, I'm taking Binyamin. The question is, are the brothers going to speak up or not? The brothers just got off the hook, right? They all said, okay, and now we all have to be slaves to you. He says, don't worry, no, I'm just taking Binyamin. He's the one that made the mistake. So everyone could stop. It's just Binyamin. I'll go back. Okay, I'll just add another lie. That's it, but I'll be okay. What does Yehuda do? Yehuda stands up and says, I'm going to take the bullet. None of the other brothers stood up to take the bullet. Yehuda, the strongest of them, says, I'm going to take the bullet. I'm going to take one from my brother. I'm going to take one from my father. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. He took a bullet for a Kadosh Baruch Hu. But now he had the opportunity to do that exact tshuva, and I think that's why Yosef loses it. He doesn't lose it because, I had this plan, but it just didn't work out, but I love my brother so much. He loses it because he's been planning this forever. The moment that he was captured, the moment that he was sold into slavery, he's just like, how am I going to get my brothers to do tshuva? So he sets up this whole elaborate plot, and at the climax, Yosef is sitting there, and I can imagine in his head, he's just like, please say something. And Yehuda stands up and says, I'm not just, take me instead. I'll take the bullet. And Yosef just breaks, because there's nothing, emotionally, he's like, that's it. All of these years building up to this one point, and tshuva was done. So, there's two things that we have to take away from this. And if we don't, it's like, mamash achait. One of them is that doing tshuva is difficult. If you have the opportunity to do tshuva again, it's worth it. It's not saying that stam tshuva is worth it. It's like it's a rare opportunity. Not every time is your brother Yosef HaTzadik he's going to set up that you're going to do perfect tshuva. If you have the opportunity to get perfect tshuva, do the tshuva. But number two, which I think is so chashiv, is take a bullet. Take a bullet for what's right. Yehuda gives up. He has a wife and children at home. He knows he's never going to go home. He says, take me instead. Why? Because it's right. Yiddishkeit's not about what's easy. Yiddishkeit is about doing what's right. So let's make sure we do tshuva. And let's always do what's right. We really hope that you're able to grow and enjoy with this amazing content that we just put together. Do us a favor. Don't just make it about you and me. Share this with the world. Get that Torah out there for everyone to see. Additionally, if you want to hear more, which we hope you do, you can subscribe to our content so that you can be up to date with all of the new amazing Torah that we have here in the yeshiva, pumping it out to you as the klal.